Hey guys, welcome back to Get Poised. I'm Michelle Harris, and today we have the lovely Kendall here with us. She has got her show coming up in a couple of weeks, so let's give her some love. Follow her social in my links below, and hang out with us because we are going to talk about how to do the quarter turns. Okay, you got to do this, right? You're getting judged on it. You know how bad it can look, and you know how good it can look. So I want to show you all the right things to do in each one of your poses. Now, Kendall's going to be doing an OCB show, so I'm going to go over the poses for what I consider to be like open or flexible posing. That's OCB, Muscle Mania, NGA. There's a lot of different organizations. So check your federation's website to see what their posing guidelines look like, or shoot me an email or a message. You can contact me at getpoised.net, and I'll let you know what it looks like. All right, so let's get started. So go ahead and get to your front pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from the ground up, which is always how I look at posing, and just talk about the things that are essential that you need to look at having in your posing. All right, so heels together. Toes are going to be about 3 inches apart, and what that does is that shows off that quad sweep, and we definitely want to pop that as much as possible. You want to keep those quads nice and tight. You want to think about squeezing your feet together also, even though they're not moving, so that you feel your adductors, your quads, your hamstrings, everything tightening up so that you get as much definition showing as possible. Okay, you're going to have a slight arch in your back. You want to be able to bring your upper body a little bit towards the judges since they're going to be down below. All right, coming back up, you want to keep a flat belly. You want to keep your chest up. This is super, super important, okay? If nothing else, practice this deep breath, chest up, and be able to hold it and smile and talk at the same time. You need that for the whole time you're on stage, okay? So chest is high. We've got a nice lat spread coming out. Now what I'm looking at here is those arms are open enough to show the lat spread. And then from the elbows down, you're relaxed. Hands are relaxed. They're in a nice neutral position, and they're facing your body, not behind you. Okay? So this is pulling out her shoulders very nicely as well. Moving up to her shoulders, I'm looking at, are they even? We don't want to have one side higher than the other, and if it is, then you need to fix that when you're practicing. Okay? Her head's going to be in neutral. And a slight looking down, actually, because you want to be looking down at the judges, you want to be looking down at the photographer, and that will put your head in a little better angle. And a beautiful smile. Looking good. All right, Kendall, go ahead and give me a quarter turn to the right and show us your side pose. So with this pose, you can see how I have her feet perpendicular to each other. And the reason for that is because I like to be able to show both legs and show as much as possible to those judges, right? You've worked super hard on everything for so long. You want to be able to show off all the parts. And if you're too far away, turn one way or the other, you're not going to see that leg. So I like to have her hips about 45 degrees. And we can see both sides. Having her feet this way gives us a really nice hourglass look, so it really accentuates her beautiful curves. And so I like to have her squeeze that left glute. What that will do, that it will raise the lower half of your glute, and it gives you that fuller look as well. So we got a little arch in the back as much as possible, actually, but you want to stay up nice and tall. I want to see that lat on that left side, both if possible. Right hand is on the hip, and that right arm is out to the side. Okay, so you want to make sure that you can see both arms, you can see both legs. And again, shoulders are even. She's got a nice, beautiful smile. Head's in neutral or slightly looking down. Okay, moving on to the next pose is the back pose. Go ahead and give me a quarter turn to the right. Remember, it's always quarter turn to the right, not to the left when you're practicing. All right, so starting from the bottom, heels together, toes apart. Ideally, you want to see that quad sweep from the back. You also want to be able to see your hamstrings, so squeeze your heels together, push your toes down, get everything working in there as much as you can. Okay, you do not want to squeeze your glutes though, so just the quads and everything below. Give me a nice arch as much as you can. I know that can be uncomfortable, but you're going to arch so that you're lifting your bottom. You're also arching the top part back so that we see the shoulders and the back. Okay, so nice full lat spread. Shoulders are even, and her head's going to be in neutral, so you want to be careful not to look forward or backward, but just keep it in neutral. And that's our back pose. You can relax for a sec. I just want to say, please don't forget to stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be talking about the top mistakes that I see in every single one of these poses. But today, we're going over all the right things, so give you a great start. All right, let's get back to it. All right, let's quarter turn to the right and go to the right side pose. So it's always the right side if the right leg is towards the judges. It's your left side if your left leg is towards the judges. So the right side is the same as the left, only a mirrored image. So same thing, I have the feet at a perpendicular, hips are at 45 degrees so that you can see both legs, quads are nice and tight. You're using your arms to pull yourself around and get a nice upright posture, but you're accentuating all those curves. Okay, so the left hand is up right above your hip bone. You got the lat spread is out on that right side. And we're looking at shoulders being even, beautiful smile. And that is just gorgeous. I love this. Okay, and then after this one, we're going to quarter turn to the right one more time, back into the front pose. Nice. Okay, so again, those are the main things that you want to focus on in each one of those poses. Please practice a lot. You guys can totally do this. I know you've seen both good and bad posing. If you've been to shows, you've been watching the YouTube videos. So I just want to give you some basics to go through and, know the right things to do step by step. Because it's really hard when you're just watching someone. You're like, okay, well, let me try it now. And it doesn't work out the same. So if you got some value today, go ahead and smash that like button. You can subscribe to my channel right here. Tap the bell so you get notifications for the next videos. And I love bringing you content. So if there's anything that you're looking for, you need, go ahead and contact me at getpoised.net. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for listening.